Hello everybody, Spider-Man and I want to welcome you to Survey of Church History 2. This is our study of church history from the Reformation through the modern era. I hope that you're ready to jump in and learn about the past 500 years of church history. What a trip, right? As we start our journey, we will begin with the great reformers in Europe and England. We'll discuss their conflicts with the Roman Catholic Church, including the terrible wars of religion. The next stage, following the initial Reformation, includes the Age of Enlightenment, Pietism, and Revival under John Wesley. Then it will be time to cross the Atlantic Ocean and look at American Christianity in its many forms. Christianity goes global through the missions movement, and we'll finish our trip with modern Christianity in Europe and America. But first, I want to take you through our syllabus so that you will understand the requirements and expectations for the class. All right? Let's look for the syllabus. Oh, first we have a picture of my family and me monkeying around at Audubon Zoo, but we don't have time for that monkey business, so let me pull up the syllabus. All right, this is Survey of Church History 2 for spring 2021. Our class will meet Thursday afternoon from 2 to 4:50, and we also have the added benefit of NOLA to U Flex technology that will welcome distance students into our classroom. We'll talk more about that later. All right, first I want to review my contact information. You see my email address, and that is the best way to initiate a contact with me. I try very hard to respond to emails quickly within the first day or two, unless you write to me on the weekend or during at the beginning of the semester. Often I'm fairly busy with a number of emails from new students, but nonetheless, send me an email and I will respond to you quickly. Please, you're welcome to phone me at the office. You see the seminary number, and my extension is 3214. Please come by and see me if you like. I'm in the Dodd building in office number 105. I almost always am in my office unless I am in the classroom or off at lunch, or maybe I've wandered over to the student center to see what's going on there. All right, but please come by. If you'd like to make an appointment, send an email or phone ahead. We have one required textbook, A History of Christianity, an introductory survey. It's written by a friend of mine, Joe Early, and I assisted him in editing the section on the early church, and you'll find it to be a very readable and interesting survey of church history. We will be surveying the second half of this textbook. There will be some additional reading from primary sources, but they'll be available for free on the internet. You can purchase the textbook through our eCampus technology. You see the web address, nobts.ecampus.com. Just go to the site and follow the instructions, and you can order your textbook there. Of course, there are other sources for it as well. All right, we will be supplemented by the Blackboard. So go to your Blackboard account. You will be automatically enrolled onto Blackboard on the first day of class. So please don't ask me for enrollment because I can't do it. But you'll be automatically enrolled, and you'll find Blackboard to be very helpful. Now, the first thing I would like for you to do when you get access to Blackboard is to go to the discussion board and look for the introduction. I would love for you to share with me some information about yourself, your background, your family. If you're married and have children, talk to me about your church ministry or your job. Tell me what your ministry goal is and what you like to do. I love pictures, and that helps me to learn the names and faces of my students. So if you would post a picture, that would be wonderful. Well, I have already led the way with more information about me than you want to know. And I've also posted pictures of myself, my wife, my family, and my grandkids. Of course, you want to see pictures of my grandkids. Also, on my introduction, I tell a little bit of my story about how God called me when I was 40 years old to be a teacher, and how I transitioned from being a shoe salesman in Lubbock, Texas, to teaching church history at New Orleans Baptist Seminary. What an amazing God we serve. He is a God of second chances. He gave me a second chance to do what I should have been doing all of my life. And I like to share that story, so I've posted it on my introduction. All right, one important section of your Blackboard shell is under Course Documents. You'll find in the left menu a heading of Course Documents. Click there and you'll open up a series of units, 6 units, and under each unit you'll find a series of PowerPoints. And so the PowerPoint lectures are basically what I will be following in class every day. And so you're welcome to download these, print them out, or you can follow along on your laptops in the classroom if you like. There'll be video recordings there and other bonus features to help you learn more about the Reformation and modern history. All right, one of your major series of assignments are the reading quizzes. Each one is worth 20 points. And these reading quizzes are based on your reading, and essentially they are to hold you accountable for reading the chapters in your textbook. You see the due dates for each of the quizzes. All right, so at midnight at the end of February 4th, you will need to submit your reading quiz on chapter 16 and 17, and then you can see the other dates. All right, now all of these reading quizzes are open now, but they will fall off as they reach their deadline. So be sure and complete your quiz before midnight on the due date, because after that it will disappear, and I will not reopen a reading quiz. Please understand, I have dozens of students taking online quizzes, and I cannot reopen a quiz for everyone who forgets to take a quiz, and therefore I will not do it. So do not ask. Okay, but I will remind you in class to take your reading quiz. I'll warn you about the coming due date. Okay, all right. So there are 7 reading quizzes. They are online. When you open your reading quiz up, you'll see a timer for 20 minutes. So the reading quiz is timed, but it will not shut down. All right, so if you get close to the 20 minutes and you need just another little bit to finish the last question or two, or if you want to review your answers one more time, you can do that. All right, but I don't want you to extend your time very much beyond 20 minutes, because these reading quizzes are closed book, closed note, and open memory. All right, you are not to open your book to look for the answers. No, this is to be a closed book, open memory test. And so by timing it, I keep you somewhat accountable. All right. Now, sometimes you will go over the 20 minutes for one reason or another. Perhaps your computer shuts down accidentally, or uh, perhaps you're interrupted for some reason. So the quiz will go on, and the timer will continue. If that happens to you and there's a legitimate reason, you need to let me know, okay? Otherwise, I'll be expecting you to finish your quiz in about 20 minutes. Each quiz is worth 20 points. Generally speaking, there are 10 two-point questions. They are matching, multiple choice, objective kinds of questions. Now, let me tell you that the lowest exam grade will be dropped. Okay, this is in case you forget one of the quizzes, or if you have computer problems, if you go out of town for a revival or a D-Now, maybe you go to grandma's house and she's still got dial-up. Well, that doesn't happen much anymore. In fact, sometimes grandma has better technology than we do. But nonetheless, if you forget or for some reason cannot take a quiz, the lowest grade will be dropped. Now, if you're satisfied with your first 6 scores, that should say, then you can exempt yourself from the last one. All right? Okay, reading quizzes. Midterm and final exams. There are 2 major examinations that will be given during the semester, a midterm and a final exam. Each test will cover materials discussed in class and material taken from the readings. And these questions have objective sections like matching, true, false, multiple choice questions. There'll be fill in the blank and listing type questions. And the dates are March 11 for the midterm exam, and then May the 6th at 3 p.m. is our final exam date. Now, those of you who attend the class in the classroom, you'll be taking these tests in the classroom. Our flex students will be taking online exams. Now, your only major written assignment is a biography, which is due on April the 8th. And in the syllabus, there is a list of possible topics, and you may choose among them, or if you think of someone not on the list, then you are welcome to suggest it to me, and I may approve it and allow you to write on someone not listed here. The expectations for the biography are listed in your syllabus, and we'll talk more about that later on. Okay, you may choose a subject, and actually what I want you to do is to select 3 to 5 choices. Send your choice to me by email. Duplications are not allowed, and so I will assign you the biography based on the choices that you send me. All right, now every biography should end with at least one application point drawn from the subject matter. So as you conduct your research, look for an experience, a story, a quotation, a lesson that is either positive or negative. Sometimes we can learn what not to do based on what we are learning. All right, and any of these could be used as an illustration in a sermon or a Bible study. Okay, but I want to make history come alive in this assignment. I want you to see why you're studying church history, because it applies to your life. And so I'm going to look for this in your biography. All right, we have a tool called Safe Assignment that is available to you on Blackboard. You can go to Safe Assignment and submit a draft for review. Safe Assignment will highlight the material that is found in its database, and you need to check the highlighted material to be sure that if it is a quotation, it's been cited properly. And many times if you see that too much of your paper is highlighted, you may need to rewrite that material in your own words. All right, I recognize that you are doing research and you are dependent on other scholars to put together the information for your biography, but I want you to assimilate that information and give it to me in your own words. I do not want long quotation marks. I do not want you to copy and paste material from another source. No, I want your own words in this assignment. Now, I will tell you that often when you run your paper through Safe Assignment, footnotes and bibliographical entries will be highlighted, and of course that should be expected. All right, we'll talk more about Safe Assignment in the future, but this is a good tool for you in all of your writing assignments. All right, as is Write Stuff, which is the name of our writing center. And you can send a draft of your biography to the NOBTS Writing Center, and the Writing Center staff will review the paper, work with you as necessary to improve it. So if you need to finish writing early in the process, send it into the Writing Center and take advantage of opportunities to improve your academic writing as well as to make a better grade. You can find information about the Writing Center and the process for submitting papers at the website that is there on screen and in your syllabus. All right, also one other help for your writing is a style guide that is posted on the Writing Center's page. And again, the link is there on screen, but it is also in your syllabus. All right, I have to put on my ugly face now and talk about penalties. These are the requirements and expectations that you must meet, and one regards attendance. No student who misses more than 9 classroom hours, in this case 3 class meetings, can receive credit for this course. 3 occasions of arriving late for class or leaving early will count as 1 absence. There's more information about this on the Level College catalog, all right, but attendance is essential for this class. All right, be aware of the dates and deadlines for the reading quizzes, the midterm and final exams. Reading quizzes must be submitted by the due date, or the student will miss that opportunity. I will not reopen a reading quiz, and so you must complete that reading quiz before midnight at the end of the due date. Okay? Do not ask me to reopen it because I will not. And let me tell you that this is probably one of the great failings of students in my level college classes, that they neglect to complete the reading quizzes. I do not understand, because I remind students every week when the reading quizzes are due. So just mark those dates down on your calendar and keep looking at the calendar to see when the dates are due. All right, the midterm exam, if you're tardy, if you can't take it on the due date, then that's going to result in a penalty, even if you take the exam later. All right, the final exam may not be taken late. All right, so you need to put the final exam date on your calendar and be certain that you are present either in the classroom or online to finish that final exam. Obviously, because it takes place at the end of the semester, there are no opportunities for taking it late. All right, so be aware of those dates. All right, tardiness for your biography. A late written assignment will be assessed a 10% penalty, that's 10 points, if it is submitted after the deadline. All right, so that's one letter grade. After 5 days, a 20% penalty will be applied, and that's two letter grades. If it's more than a week late, the penalty will be severe, and no paper will be accepted after 2 weeks. All right, this is one area where I am very strict, and that is I expect promptness with your written assignments, because this is a discipline that you need to develop in your life. If you think about ministry, you have to be prepared every week to do the work to which you're called to do. And so this is part of your training is promptness with your written assignments. All right, so I am very strict with my penalties. Again, do not ask for an extension. I will not give it. All right, plagiarism is another important aspect to consider. A high standard of personal integrity is expected of all level college students. Copying another person's work, submitting downloaded material without proper references, submitting material without properly citing the source, submitting the same material for credit in more than one course, and committing other such forms of dishonesty, these are strictly forbidden, and any infraction may result in failing the assignment and the course. And I will report every infraction to Dr. Thomas Strong, the Dean of Level College. Okay? If you can Google a topic and find it on the internet, well, you know what? So can I. And I do follow up on this. I will be submitting all of your papers to safe assignment to see if any undue plagiarism has taken place. So avoid it, okay? Again, we'll talk more about this in the future. All right, I'm going to put my happy face back on, and let's talk about how to submit your assignments. Your reading quizzes will be submitted on Blackboard. Your midterm and final exams will be completed in the classroom, except the flex students will complete these exams online. Your biography will be submitted in two places on Blackboard. One is under assignments, and the other is on the discussion board. Okay, and if you fail to submit your biography in both places, that's going to be a 5-point deduction. But the reason that I want you to submit it in both places is so that I can have access under assignments to grade the paper, assess it, and share feedback with you. And when you place it on the discussion board, then that makes it available to the other students in the class. And I hope that y'all will read the other biographies and learn from the research and writing that your colleagues are doing. And again, you may submit a draft to safe assignment prior to your final submission. All right, so how will you be graded in this class? All right, reading quizzes are worth 120 points. Again, there's 7 reading quizzes worth 20 points each, but one quiz will be dropped, the lowest grade will be dropped, and so that leaves 120 points available through your reading quizzes. And then there's 100 points awarded total for the midterm exam, for the final exam, and for the biography. That is to say, 100 points each. And so the total points available during the semester are 420 points. All right, so look on the right and see the grading scale. If you earn 390 to 420 points, that's an A. 355 to 389 points is a B. A C is 320 to 354 points, and so forth. If you score under 250 points, well, you will fail the class. But let me make a prediction right now. I'm going to predict that almost half of you will make an A. Generally speaking, about half of my students make A's. You know, out of the rest of the students, almost all of them are going to make B's. There will be a few C's and a couple of D's, but if you want to fail my class, you have to work hard to do it. All right, that means that you are not turning in your assignments. It means you're turning them in late. It means you've plagiarized or you have not attended according to the expectations of the college. All right, and so if you do the work, you will pass the class and do well. And so there's nothing here that you cannot do. And so just do the work, be disciplined, be diligent, and enjoy the work. I hope that you enjoy the class and enjoy the assignments. All right? Now, use of electronics. If you are in the classroom, I want you to turn off your cell phones. I want you to put them away. I do not like to see cell phones on the desk. Because I don't want you to be texting or emailing. No, you need to be paying attention to the classroom. Same thing with the laptops. I've already said you can have your laptops there to follow along with the PowerPoints, but otherwise you should not be using your laptop for any purpose other than to enhance the class. All right? So please use your electronics wisely. All right, let me talk to the NOLA to You Flex students. Welcome to my class. I'm glad that this technology is available to give you a more robust, distant experience in learning church history. Okay, so you are required to be in class either through viewing the lectures live or viewing the recorded lectures on Blackboard. Okay, so as I am teaching, I will be video recorded. All right, and so that is going out live, so you can view me live. I will not be able to see or hear you, but you do have the option of texting questions and comments because I will have an assistant in the classroom that can monitor those and help us to communicate in that way. However, most of you probably will be viewing recorded lectures at your convenience. All right, so you will be asked to certify that you have been present for the live session or have viewed the recording session, and this will be done in two ways. One is I will give a key word out during the lecture. And so the Flex students will send that keyword to my Flex assistant, who is J.R. Phillips, and his email address is here on screen, but it is also in the syllabus. J.R. will help me to keep track of your attendance through your keywords. All right. I also will be able to check Blackboard and follow along with the record of your attendance. All right, so be sure that you are attending either live or through viewing the recorded session. All video lectures are available for 7 days, so you'll have 1 week to view that video before it is deleted. If you're unable to view the video within that time frame, you will be considered absent for that class session. Technical issues will not be considered a valid reason for missing a lecture, so do not think that just because your computer didn't work that you are excused. No, technical issues are not a valid reason for an absence. And you're allowed to miss only the amount of class time specified in the level college attendance policy, which we have already reviewed. All right, well, let's talk about COVID-19 protocols. Oh, Lord help us. We are still facing the coronavirus, and we pray for a speedy distribution of vaccinations and an end to the pandemic, but I suspect that throughout this semester we still will be needing to follow these protocols. Therefore, when you are on campus, when you are in the classroom, mask up. Masks are required in the classroom. Maintain social distance. The number of students and the size of the classroom has been carefully selected so that students can maintain social distance in the classroom. Again, you will wear masks during class time. The professor will wear a mask coming in and going out of class, but not while teaching. Otherwise, I would hyperventilate. Okay, and that also means I won't be able to roam the aisle while I'm teaching, which is my practice, but I'll be prowling around the front of the classroom for sure. So let's pray for a safe and healthy semester. All right? So mask up. All right, let me just wrap up our time together with just another word of welcome and greeting. I'm so glad that you are a part of this class. I look forward to teaching you church history. I hope that you can catch some of my enthusiasm. All right. So finally, I just want to bring Martin Luther into this discussion. Martin, are we going to have a good class? Well, yes, we are. We're going to have a great class. So very good. Looking forward to getting to know you better and getting started with our study of church history. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye for now.